Have you ever wondered what it's like to be among the ultra-wealthy in the United Arab Emirates? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a world of unimaginable luxury, deep-rooted traditions, and surprising contradictions. Welcome to The Secret Life of the UAE's Super Rich. Imagine a place where gold ATMs are commonplace, and owning a private island isn't just a dream. In the UAE, this is reality for an elite few. Did you know that 1 in every 100 UAE residents is a millionaire? But that's just the beginning of our story. The roots of the UAE's wealth run as deep as the oil wells that first brought prosperity to this desert nation. In the 1950s, the discovery of oil transformed a region of fishing villages and Bedouin tribes into a global powerhouse. But here's where it gets interesting. While oil wealth laid the foundation, it's no longer the only game in town. Today, the UAE's super rich are a diverse group. You've got the traditional ruling families, whose wealth spans generations. Then there are the oil tycoons, real estate moguls, and a new breed of tech entrepreneurs. It's a melting pot of old money and new, each with their own story. Take Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, for instance. As the ruler of Dubai and vice president of the UAE, he's not just wealthy, he's reshaping the very landscape of the region. Or consider Hussein Sajwani, the man behind Damac Properties. He started with a catering company and ended up building some of Dubai's most iconic structures. So, where do these elites socialize? Forget your typical country clubs. We're talking about membership-only desert oases and invite-only falcon hunting expeditions. These are the real playgrounds of the powerful, where deals are made and alliances are forged. Now, you might be thinking, with all this wealth, there must be some serious shopping going on. And you'd be right, but not in the way you might expect. While luxury brands do big business here, many of the super rich prefer bespoke experiences. We're talking about fashion designers flying in for private fittings, or jewelers creating one-of-a-kind pieces that never see a store window. Let's talk about how they spend their billions. Owning a super yacht is almost passé here. The real status symbol, a private island. Dubai's Palm Jumeirah and the World Islands are home to some of the most exclusive real estate on the planet. But it doesn't stop there. How about a private zoo? Or a fleet of gold-plated cars? For the UAE's super rich, if you can dream it, you can have it. Now, you might be wondering how this wealth is sustained and transferred. Family businesses are the backbone of the UAE economy, accounting for about 90% of its private sector. But how do you ensure your children are ready to take over a billion-dollar empire? Enter the world of elite education, UAE style. Many wealthy families here send their children abroad to top universities like Harvard, Oxford, and MIT. But they also ensure they're steeped in local culture and values. It's a delicate balance of global outlook and local roots. And speaking of roots, let's talk about an intriguing tradition among the UAE's super rich, the Majlis. This is a regular gathering where important discussions take place, deals are made, and relationships are forged. It's networking, UAE style, and it's been happening for centuries. But don't think it's all private jets and gold-plated everything. The UAE's wealthy are increasingly focused on philanthropy and social responsibility. The concept of zakat, the Islamic practice of giving a portion of one's wealth to charity, is taken very seriously here. Many of the super rich have established massive charitable foundations, often operating quietly behind the scenes. Now, let's dive into some truly unique aspects of UAE billionaire life. Ever heard of super yacht one-upmanship? In the UAE, it's practically a sport. The Dubai International Boat Show isn't just an exhibition, it's a battlefield where the elite compete to have the biggest, most luxurious vessel. But here's a twist. Alongside these floating palaces, you'll find traditional dhows. Many of the UAE's wealthy still value these traditional boats, sometimes outfitting them with modern luxuries while maintaining their classic appearance. It's another example of how the ultra-rich here blend tradition with modernity. Now let's talk about an obsession that's uniquely UAE, number plates. You might think a car is just a car, but here, the right number plate can cost more than the vehicle itself. Single-digit plates are the ultimate status symbol. Sometimes, fetching millions at auction. In 2016, a Dubai businessman paid $9 million for a license plate with just the number 5 on it. Now that's what we call a status symbol. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of UAE billionaire life is the balance between opulence and faith. Many of the super rich here are deeply religious, and this influences everything from their business practices to their philanthropic efforts. It's not uncommon to see lavish iftar banquets during Ramadan, where the wealthy break their fast alongside thousands of less fortunate individuals. As we've seen, the life of the UAE's super rich is far more complex and nuanced than glossy magazine spreads might suggest. It's a world where ancient traditions meet futuristic visions, where unimaginable wealth coexists with deep-rooted values. The future for the UAE's wealthy looks as bright as the desert sun. With the country positioning itself as a global hub for innovation and technology, new opportunities for wealth creation are emerging every day. The Dubai Future Foundation, for instance, is spearheading initiatives in artificial intelligence, blockchain, and robotics, paving the way for the next generation of tech billionaires. But challenges loom on the horizon. The push for diversification away from oil, the need for sustainable development, and the challenge of maintaining cultural identity in a rapidly globalizing world. These are the issues that keep the UAE's billionaires up at night. Before we delve deeper into the intriguing world of Emirati falconry, we want to hear from you. Which of these revelations about the UAE's super rich surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights like these. And now, prepare yourself to discover the high-flying world of falcon ownership among the UAE elite. Now let's soar into the world of falconry, a passion that unites many of the UAE's super rich with their Bedouin heritage. Falconry isn't just a hobby here, it's a way of life, a connection to the past, and yes, another way to display wealth and status. The most prized falcons can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's not just about owning these magnificent birds. The UAE's elite spare no expense in caring for them. State-of-the-art falcon hospitals provide health care that rivals what humans receive. There's even a falcon beauty contest, the President's Cup falconry competition, where birds compete for millions of dirhams in prize money. But falconry also represents something deeper. In a rapidly changing world, it's a link to the UAE's nomadic past. Many billionaires speak of falconry as a way to connect with their roots, to find peace away from the pressures of business and modern life. This brings us to another fascinating aspect of life for the UAE's super rich, their relationship with the desert. While they may live in opulent palaces or sleek penthouses, many of the wealthy elite maintain desert retreats. These aren't your average camping trips. Picture luxury tents with all the amenities of a 5-star hotel, set against the backdrop of rolling sand dunes. These desert excursions often involve traditional activities like camel riding and stargazing, but with a luxurious twist. Imagine sipping champagne around a campfire while a personal chef prepares a gourmet meal. It's a unique blend of Bedouin, tradition and modern luxury that epitomizes the lifestyle of the UAE's super rich. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the role of women among the UAE's wealthy elite. While the region is often associated with traditional gender roles, the landscape is changing rapidly. Women like Sheikha Lubna Al-Qasimi, one of the world's wealthiest self-made women, are breaking barriers and reshaping perceptions. Many wealthy families are now educating their daughters alongside their sons, preparing them to take on leadership roles in family businesses or strike out on their own. The result is a new generation of female entrepreneurs and business leaders who are making their mark on the UAE's economy. But it's not just in business where women are making strides. In the world of art and culture, wealthy Emirati women are becoming influential patrons and collectors. They're funding museums, supporting local artists, and helping to position the UAE as a global cultural hub. This brings us to another crucial aspect of life for the UAE's super rich, their role as cultural ambassadors. As the country seeks to diversify its economy and boost tourism, many wealthy individuals are investing heavily in arts and culture. The Louvre Abu Dhabi, partly funded by the UAE government and wealthy individuals, is a prime example. This architectural marvel houses an impressive collection of global art and artifacts, symbolizing the UAE's ambition to be a bridge between East and West. But it's not all about importing culture. Many of the UAE's wealthy are also keen to preserve and promote local heritage. They're funding archaeological digs, supporting traditional crafts, and investing in museums that showcase Emirati history and culture. As we near the end of our journey into the world of the UAE's super-rich, one thing becomes clear. This is a world of fascinating contradictions. It's a place where unimaginable luxury coexists with deep-rooted traditions, where ancient desert culture meets futuristic innovation. The lifestyle of the UAE's billionaires is about more than just spending money. It's about wielding influence, shaping the future of a nation, and navigating the complex interplay between global capitalism and local values. As the UAE continues to evolve, so too will the lives of its wealthiest citizens. They'll face new challenges, adapting to a post-oil economy, addressing growing concerns about income inequality, and finding ways to maintain their cultural identity in an increasingly globalized world. But if there's one thing that characterizes the UAE's super-rich, it's their ability to adapt and innovate. Just as they transformed a desert into a global metropolis, they're now setting their sights on new frontiers: space tourism, artificial intelligence, and sustainable energy, to name a few. As we've seen, the life of the UAE's super-rich is far more nuanced and complex than most outsiders imagine. It's a world where a tech entrepreneur might start his day in a smart office and end it in a desert camp, where a businesswoman might close a multi-million-dollar deal and then attend a traditional majlis. It's a lifestyle that combines the best of both worlds, the comforts and opportunities of modern life with the rich traditions of Emirati culture. And as the UAE continues to grow and evolve, one thing is certain: the stories of its wealthiest citizens will continue to fascinate and surprise us. So, the next time you see news about the latest architectural marvel in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, remember, there's always more to the story. Behind every gleaming skyscraper and luxurious resort, there's a complex tapestry of tradition, innovation, and ambition that defines the secret life of the UAE's super-rich.